In today's Style with Significance show, I have kind of a fun question to ask you. And that is, if you were given $5,000 to go on a shopping spree, where would you go? How would that make you feel? Would you be excited? Would you be overwhelmed? And we're going to talk about that today. Hi, I'm Annette Bond, personal style expert, and I help amazing, successful, savvy women just like you, helping you to create a signature wardrobe that is uniquely you, so that you are so excited to get dressed every day. Okay, let's go back to this question on a $5,000 shopping spree. I started thinking about this. I thought, we're in the holiday season, we're in the giving season. What if somebody gave you a $5,000 shopping spree? You know, the first thing that came to my mind is some TV shows I've seen about people going in a grocery store and they're just grabbing everything they can to spend that money. Or I think I've seen it like people have been given money to go in a toy store and they get their grocery cart and they just start shoving things in the basket. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, would you do that if you had a shopping spree to do that? Like, would you go to your favorite department store, like maybe Nordstrom's, and just start pulling things in and bringing it in the dressing room? Or maybe you would go to another favorite store. Maybe you'd go to White House Black Market, or maybe you like a little bit more luxury and you'd go to the Diane von Furstenberg boutique. You may already be thinking, and you know, honestly, I would love to know what you are thinking. So, you know, write it in the chat. Tell me, what would you do? I want to tell you another story. This was actually just recently. A girlfriend, we were having dinner together, and she was talking about this boutique that had been in our area, and it didn't last very long. And she goes, I loved that boutique. I just loved going in there. And I remember the first time I went in there, it was just really fun to have it. It was close by. And I thought, this is nice. This is nice. And then I went in there a second time, and I started realizing it was a little bit of a lot of stuff, a lot of different brands. I wasn't sure who her ideal client was. There were some department store brands that I thought, wow, why is she bringing that brand in here? I feel like it should be more unique. And in my mind, subconsciously, I thought, this is looking like she's not identifying who her person is, who wants to come in here shopping. I don't know about you, but I love boutiques. Then I went in the third time, and there happened to be two owners. And the third time I went in, I introduced myself as I did before, but this was a new gal. And when she found out what I did, she asked me what she was going to market, and she was going to be buying clothing, new pieces to bring in. And she was asking me for my opinion. Now, I valued that she cared about my opinion, and she was trying to, I'm not sure where she was going with that totally, but in my mind, I knew that she did not have retail experience. I knew that she had not been in the image and style business. This was like a passion of hers to open this boutique, and she really didn't know what she was doing. And subconsciously, I had been seeing that inside this boutique. Well, guess what? the store didn't last. It was gone within, I don't even know if it lasted a year. And so I want to take it back to at the very beginning, we talked about, I want to go on a shopping spree. I feel like that's what that owner did. She was so excited that it was like a candy store, right? But it was her boutique, and she was going to market, and she got so excited when she saw all these potential designers and brands that she could bring into her store. But the one thing that was missing in that store, and this is what I also find with women like yourself that have this overstuffed closet, is you don't have a strategy. And that is one of the things that I teach in my programs is we start with a strategy. And what do I mean by that? We first start identifying, who are you? What is your uniqueness? What do you want others to know about you? And I know that it's important to you to show up uniquely you. So we start with that. Then we talk about, let's be intentional. For example, going into the new year, what's going on with your year? Are you going to be are you going to be up in front of new client meetings via a boardroom? Are you an entrepreneur and you're doing speaking engagements? Are you going to be in person more? And you look in your closet and you think, I don't even know what I would wear. I also love assessing, what do you already have that's working? And what are those missing gaps? What are the colors you want to work around? What about your body type? How are your clothes fitting? So as you can see, before you go on your $5,000 shopping spree, there is a lot of questions to be asked. There is a strategy that needs to go on for you to fully appreciate that $5,000 shopping spree. Because I would hate you to be like those women on the show who go into the grocery store or the toy store and they just start buying and buying and buying to fill up their cart to spend your $5,000. I would love for you just to take a breath, think about, how do you want to show up in the new year? How do you want to be perceived? What is that new version of you? How do you want to elevate in the new year? And then the last thing that we do together is we go shopping. And we will have a plan. We will have a plan, a strategy on how we will invest that $5,000 so that you are being able to go into your closet and letting that closet support you, that you can't wait to get dressed every morning. Your closet makes you happy. It is now your happy place versus your stressful place. You're making it complicated to put together an outfit. And I would be honored to help you with that strategy. I want to invite you to AnnetteBond.com/contact. Book a Get Dressed with Ease consultation. Let's talk about where you're at, what you want with your wardrobe, and how I might help you get there. And I would be honored to help you if you have $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, maybe you have $10,000 to invest in clothing. But let's create a signature wardrobe that represents the uniqueness of who you are. I'll see you next week for the Style with Significance show at 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time.